Hello everyone, we are back once again with another Little Busters, and today will only be a 2-hour one because I have a friend coming over, but the other days will be all 3 hours until, until I have to switch games. But I'm ready, I hope you're ready too. We're starting the next big story, so here we go. Yep, even if you've got a bit of a problem, I'm sure everything will work out in the end. Yes, you're right, it'll be okay. Although they're misunderstanding each other, it's going smoothly. So, what are you doing here, Komari-san? Well, you see, he pointed to a corner of the school building. A bird's nest. A swallow peeked out its head as we looked. Then another swallow swooped down and landed in the nest. How they're so cute! There's one swallow that can't fly yet. All the others are already out flying around though. Mama Swallow stays with it, but it doesn't seem to be able to fly. Oh. I feel sorry for it. At this rate, it might end up the only one left in the nest. Yep, I'm here to cheer it on. That's so like her. Fight! She called out. Looked like it needs more time to get ready though. We moved to the courtyard and began to discuss Cood's room sharing. Yeah, it'd be fun living together with you, Cood-chan. Yes, very fun. So much fun we wouldn't be able to stop laughing. And we'd laugh so much, making our diaphragms cramp up and we'd suffocate and be sent to the hospital in an ambulance. I don't think that's a good way to talk her over. Doki doki. Do 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 do. Cood was waiting for Komari-san's answer with a pounding heart. But I'm sorry, I already have a roommate. Is that how it is? She sighed, drooped her shoulders in disappointment. That's too bad. I thought you'd be a good roommate for her, Komari-san. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll find someone really nice, Cood-chan. Yes, thank you. Cood really looked really smitten. It was really a shame. I'm sure they would have been great roommates. Oh well. During the next break, I walked around with Cood in search of a roommate again. For a short breather, what did you ask? It's time to go back. No one had given a definite answer. There isn't much we can do about it. Let's keep searching a little longer. Yes! I can't just selfishly make you waste your entire lunch break on me. I'll continue searching on my own. Never mind, I thought, but she was already returning the way we had it come before I could answer. Oh well. So let's see. I have my guide here. The next thing I have to do is the 22nd. Okay, the 22nd. So we'll go to the cafeteria. Nothing to do, so I headed back to the classroom. Play with Misato. In the end, I still haven't found a roommate for Cood. I have to meet up with Kyosuke and everyone else soon. I still want to try talking to more people! And there's still one day left. She was referring to the time limit set by the dorm head for turning in the application. She stood up from the bench and bowed before me. Thanks for all your hard work today, Noe-san! Yeah, you did well too, Cood. See you tomorrow! See you! She raised her hand and behind her was... Finally, I found you. A girl. She was giving a somewhat expressionless and cold look. Huh, have I seen her somewhere before? Who is this person? She said, looking at me. I thought I remembered hearing that cold voice. Noe-san, my friend. He helped me with things when I moved. I see. Do you happen to have some business with me? I heard Nomi-san was looking for someone to live with. Nomi-san, right? I'm talking about you. Yes, Kudravaka Nomi P. Pleased to meet you. She bowed. Nice to meet you. If you haven't found anyone yet, you haven't, right? No, I haven't, but... I see. Good. This was all she said, and then she presented her bag she had been holding behind her. My baggage. You can take it to the room with me. For me. Should you happen to have something you don't want me to see, I'd rather you cleaned it up beforehand. You should explain yourself. You have Cood completely lost. Interrupted to rescue the bewildered Cood. She glared at me. What's wrong? Being alone with a girl at this hour on campus, I can't say I approve of this. If you have an illicit relationship, you should try hiding it better. But you've already been seen by me, so that's not much you can do about it now. Illicit? What? Oh well, that's okay. It's after school hours for me as well. Just so we're clear, it's not really what you think. Besides, what were you trying to say earlier? You're a hindrance. Hindrance? I began to feel awkward after her abrupt reply. This girl's looking for a roommate. It's not something a boy should stick his nose into, she said, glaring at me intently. It was making me angry. Maybe you're right, but you should at least introduce yourself. Besides, I'm her friend, so all the more so if you're planning on living with her. She furrowed her brow at my words. It never fails to amaze me that there's still people who don't know who I am. Ah well, it can't be helped. Kanata Futaki. Eh? I told you my name. Are we done? Kud. I looked at Kud. Kud was staring at her. The girl who called herself Futaki also turned her eyes on Kud without changing her expression. Kud? She realized that I'd called her and made a slight troubled expression. Still, she gave a small nod. I was going to say something more, but Kud shook her head slightly and glanced at me with her usual smile. Against that, I had no choice but to keep my mouth shut. I'll be fine, I think. Her smile seemed to contain such a meaning. If that's what she's decided on herself, I have no right to say anything. Well, Kud, I need to get going soon. Okay, Naoi-san, thanks for everything! And Futaki-san, too. See you tomorrow, Kud. Yes, Naoi-san, see you tomorrow! Ah! What she said. Bye-bye, Kud. I waved goodbye and turned my back to them. I took a few steps and glanced behind me. I could only hope it turned out well. I reluctantly walked away from there. Looked around the courtyard before. Watch calmly. Oh well. What happened? I was winning when I managed to run away. Oh hey, Goichigo. How you doing today? I can see you now. Don't worry. Sorry, sometimes I get so engrossed in the dialogue, I forget that I'm even streaming. But how are you? What's up? Ricky, this is for you. A can of salmon. Thanks. Yum. And so the night went on. Curious. Play with Masato. Oh man, I gotta get rid of a thing. I'll get rid of the protein, I guess. Let's see. Just gotta make sure. Alright. Yeah, we're fine. All's good here. Thanks. What time is it for you? 12:05. What are you up to this time? Well, you know how we're always collecting scrap paper. It so happened that there were a lot of newspapers. Recycle, recycle. I think recycling's a good thing. That's fine, but what's up with that? This is Kamari-chan, Kamari-chan. Well, what? What time is it for you? Wasn't sure if that's gonna be a good day in case it was like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. That's early. But no, I always begin at 12. 5 p.m. where you are, oh my goodness. It's already nighttime, more or less. Bam. Uh-oh! You play with it like that. Weh, but it didn't really hurt. So let's have a sword fight. Okay, let's take a fight. The rule is, when you attack, you say, I'm grateful to thee. When you're cut down, you say, such a sorrow, and fall down. What's that supposed to mean? Alright, Kamari-chan, I'm grateful to thee. Such a sorrow. Little Kud, I'm grateful to thee. Such a sorrow. A direct translation would be thank you, and that's regrettable. I made one for everyone, so let's fight. Alright, Mio-chin, you too, she said, placing a newspaper in Nishizono-san's hand, who up till now has been merely watching. What now? Not really interested in this kind of thing. There, just give it a try and you're sure to enjoy it. Sakusa-san was habitually dragging Nishizono-san in as well. Might end up wanting to commit harakiri. Hamakiri, a ritual suicide. Oh my gosh. Also called seppuku. Nothing to do with Sudoku. Thank goodness they have that. Have I played Doki Doki Literature Club? Little fun fact, Go Ichigo, I have streamed that game twice now. Once, like, in my first year of streaming, and another when I got it on the Switch. I streamed it 2 times. That's dangerous. Rin-chan and you and me aren't here? Too bad. I wanted to try facing off against Enego for once. I had a feeling she just casually stated something unbelievable. So basically all you have to do is use it like a sword. Hey, hey! Nishizono-san wore a complex expression on her face while Kud was stabbing her. She clearly wasn't sure how to react. Hey! So emotionally charged, you couldn't play it twice. It is a crazy game, for sure. It hurts. Seemed like she was trying her hardest to give a proper response, but she still sounded spiritless. What? No one's listening to me? Well, fine. Let's get started, Komarin. Okay. You can only aim at the head, and the only one who gets slashed the most has to take out the papers. Must have been her goal all along. In the end, I was entrusted a newspaper and forced to participate as well. Commence! I'm grateful to thee! Started, and Kud began her offensive. Wow! Hit with the tip of the newspaper. Noi-san, you're doing it too! We used to play like this a lot in the old days. Meanwhile, I'm grateful to thee, grateful to thee, I'm grateful to thee! What was that? This is such a sorrow. Kamari-san was peppered with attacks. Alright, since it's come to this, slam. Huh? Kengo-kun style, bare-handed sword block. She stopped Saigusa-san's sword by clasping it with both her palms. I'm grateful to thee, slash. Ow, such a sorrow! Nishizono-san slashed at her from behind. This time she turned to Nishizono-san, prepared to stop her sword. Bring it on! Grateful to thee! Slash. Such a sorrow! He turned back to Saigusa-san. Bring it on! I'm grateful to thee. Such a sorrow! He turned around. Bring it on! Grateful! Slash. Wow! She was revolving back and forth while getting slashed by the two. That's just sad. The path of the sword is soaked in blood! And I see an opening! Whoa! I parried her attack. Plonk! Am I done for? Such a sorrow! I made a decisive counterattack. I'm grateful to thee. Such a sorrow! When did Kuragaya-san join us? My Enego? Moo, I understand the rules. Let me join in. That was about 15 times just now. 16 to be precise. Well, and I've been overslashed. Hey you, don't pick on Komari-chan. Oh, Rin-kun. Ooh, it's not the idiots this time? Thinking it was Masato and Kengo, she rushed in to intervene on reflex. The next moment, she was running away. Umu, good timing. She seized Rin by the neck and dragged her back. Well, let me go. We're not picking on anyone, it's a game, She didn't appear to understand. In other words, Nishizono-san began explaining everything to Rin. That's how it is. I don't really understand, but what I do understand is that Komari-chan is pitiful. Rin-chan, there's something wrong with that. So, what'll you do? I won't do that, it's pointless. Running away? Well, that's the way. I'm grateful to thee, I'm grateful to thee. Not a game for a chicken girl, I'm grateful to thee. Such a sorrow, Komari-san said while she was being slashed repeatedly. I'll do it. I won't forgive bullies. Then use my sword, I'll make a new one for myself. I'm grateful to thee. You're really into it, Rin. She took the sword from Kud and thrust it at Kuragaya-san. Prepare thyself, I shall deliver punishment to those who do commit evil. It was wrong on so many levels, but at least she seemed to be into it. Very well, bring it on. Wow, looks like a promising fight. I'm grateful to thee. Wham! While Saigusa-san was talking, she received a clean hit in the back of the head from Nishizono-san. Ah! Words. Such a sorrow. Hey, that was unfair, Miyu-chin. No, I'm terribly sorry, but you were all too easy to hit. Ooh. Then I'm grateful to thee. Nishizono-san opened her parasol. Used it to protect herself. What? That's against the rules. There was no such rule. What then? Ow! Pigtail defense. Held her pigtails overhead. I shall explain. Pigtails defense is Haruchin's trademark, holding them overhead like this, allowing one to completely shut out all enemy attacks. Truly an ultimate move. Well, hair's part of the head, so it still counts as a hit. Are you sure? I'm grateful to thee. Wham. Such a sorrow. You're ruthless, Nishizono-san. She let her guard down, that's why. Damn it, to be done is by Mio-chin. Ah, a UFO. Really? I'm grateful to thee. Wham. Well, such a sorrow. Damn, I'm not falling for that again. A pteranodon. Huh, really? I'm grateful to thee. Wham. Well, such a sorrow. Damn you, no other choice but... Oh, Jackson. I'm grateful to thee. Wham. Yeah, such a sorrow. Of course that's impossible. Whoa. She was the one who brought it up. How weak. Meanwhile, not bad. Slap, 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 swish, pluck, 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 ka-chink. Take that. A long sword of void, hazy moon. A rain of blows falls upon Rin from every direction, like a hazy moon in a sea of clouds. Rin reflected every blow with her sword. Go! Meow! A swarm of cats responded by Rin's call and clung onto Kuragaya-san. Moo. Momentarily faltering because of their assaults, she ceased her movements. The instant Rin executed her attack. Won't work on me. All of a sudden, Kuragaya-san was standing behind Rin. Cats were falling to the floor where she had been standing before. Rin reacted instantly, repelling Kuragaya-san's sword. Clang! It's witness to a battle between two incredibly strong opponents. I'm grateful to thee. Oh, took the opportunity to strike Komari-san. It's done! Totally cool, my newspaper blade! She was swinging around a self-made sword and instantly crumpled at the base. Oh, it folded! Didn't roll it up properly. Oh, is that so? I see an opening, shorty. I'm grateful to thee. Slap. Such a sorrow. It's not fair. I was still getting ready. Little Coon, the world of battle is ruthless. It's truly a dog-eat-dog world. Those who let their guard down get pushed off a cliff. I'm grateful to thee. Ah! Haven't I been telling you? You're full of openings. Ishizono-san might actually be unexpectedly strong. I'm grateful to thee. Whoa. Ah! Such a sorrow. I was done in! Kuragaya-san hit world past everyone, striking them. I'm your opponent. Be serious, stupid. Rin, you're sure enjoying this game. She was dancing around like the wind. Rin couldn't lay a finger on her. And in the manner the game came to an end. Me, something like 3 times. 13 times. 7 times. 9 times! I lost a little Coon. Rin-kun and Oni-san 0 times. We tied for first. She looked pleased. And Komari-chan? 137 times. She had really got slashed too much. So that makes Komari-chan the last place. Poor soul, everyone let's help her out. Oh, and Haru-chan, thank you. Well, it was Haruka-kun's duty to begin with. Don't sweat the small stuff. Thus, after rounding up the game, we brought the load of newspapers to the recycle area. If Misato and Kengo were here, it would have turned into something even more amazing. That's what I thought. That was a scene. Anyway, moving on now. Helper? Yeah, sure. Really? Thank you so much! He jumped a little in delight. How about we meet afterwards in the front of the girls' dorm? Sure, that's fine. Then she suddenly realized, oh, a monotone voice as always, smiled ironically and answered, okay. Thank you. She bowed her head quickly. Alright, we'll continue from last night. Right after dinner, everyone assembled in our room. Ren was the only one on standby outside. Meow. Are you hungry? I was talking to a cat. Alrighty then, I'll go fetch lots of canned food for you. First, infiltrate the school. Roger. The challenge continues. Remember the timing. So its movement slowed down, I'm sure it's tired. Are you hurt? Just some scratches. Yawn. Hey, it's dangerous out in the open. Her voice was abruptly cut off. It's here. Her voice grew distant. Maybe she was preparing herself. Oh, against the chicken thing again. Rin, are you okay? Somewhat over. Kengo abruptly got to his feet. What's going on? What's wrong, Kengo-chi? Can't let this go on. Ah! Go, don't go. Still not the 22nd. So, moving on. Go. I don't know. Haruka? Sure. Basic? Still nothing for her to do. Let's tell her to go inside then. Play with Masato. I got a hand grip. Kud has joined the club. We'll continue practicing. Mari, Haruka. Oh man, I want to choose, what's her name though? The other person. Let me see. I know. Kanata must be chosen as Kud's roommate. Well, their name's not here, so hopefully, it'll still be chosen. Alright, here we go. The 22nd, go to the cafeteria is what we gotta do, okay? So, this is my home. Go... Sorry, let me look again. It's go to the cafeteria. Go to the cafeteria! Woo! What's this? Haruka-san is the next one. I guess I'll go last. Too many accessories. Awesome, isn't that like a jackpot? Can't imagine how she's going to bring it here. Isn't it great getting to eat Issei shrimp for lunch? Japanese spiny lobster. Is that tasty, guys? Spiny lobster? Ricky is the only one who could bring forth Rin's true potential. Mission clear. Rin, what did you hide just now? Ah! Haruka-san. Haruka-san. I don't mind offering this much. Warg! Well, I'd throw it away either way. Well, thank you, Riki-kun. I always knew you were nice. You produced scissors from somewhere and cut out the side of the package with the mark. The scissors looked very old and rusty. They didn't look too sharp. Nevertheless, she operated them skillfully using her left hand. When I was little, I had no idea why you get a unicycle by collecting bell marks. Took my eyes off her fingers. The funding is provided by the PTA. PTA? 1 point is worth 1 yen. Of course, what things you can get with the points is limited by what sponsors offer the school, but it seems there's still many things you can get. It's common knowledge for a maintenance committee member. Maintenance committee? Kengo uncharacteristically intervened in the discussion. Yeah, that's right. Maintenance committee. It's part of my club activities. What about the maintenance committee, Kengo? She shook his head slightly. No, never mind. It's just surprising that Saigusa would be doing something like that. Really? It's fun, collecting bell marks. Kamari-chan and Nega were happy to give me a hand too. Kengo's face registered even more surprise. By the way, I was thinking of asking for a unicycle. Why a unicycle? Wondered about her motives, as I couldn't believe she'd actually want to ride one. Look, not allowed to ride a bicycle at school from the dorms, right? Well, yeah, you'd have to go by foot. Wait, don't tell me. Exactly. I was wondering if it'd be okay to go to school by unicycle. What? Wouldn't that be quite comfortable? Huh, what's the matter? I'd slapped my forehead in exasperation. Kengo returned to his usual emotionless expression. Yep, I'll take them all. Go ahead. I folded out of sheer exhaustion. Well then, that was a good bread. There's still some left. Can I take a little? What are you doing with it? It's bread crust. Kinda feel sorry for Masato-kun, looking at his lifeless eyes. I got a plan. I'll be back later. Good luck, Masato-kun. She left holding her bell bag in one hand and a bag of bread in the other. She's hard as ever to figure out. True. When it came back to lack of common sense, she was standing on equal footing with Kurugaya-san and Rin. The maintenance committee, huh? That's just strange. They're always doing the oddest things, but I wonder why am I alone? Why am I alone surrounded by that sort of girls? Couldn't help but wonder about it. The speaker press can go on, chase after Kyosuke. I'm not seeing anything else until later on. So... Hey, Kengo. Sure you did well, Kengo. That's all I told him. In the end, he remained in the classroom as I left it. He got injured again. Concentrate on practice. Nodded? Sorry, let me look again. Oh, shook my head. No, you really don't have to. Are you sure? Yeah, it was no big deal. Alright, I understand. See you tomorrow, Cood. See you soon, Ricky! She struck out her left arm from under the mantle and waved goodbye. Saw her off, Anne. Maybe I should have accepted her thanks. Thought about it a bit. Also, soon? What did she mean by that? Knock, knock. You were working on our homework before supper when somebody knocked on the door. Turned around at the sound. Move your arm a bit. I can't see anything, Riki-san. Does somebody knock on the door just now? Must be Kyosuke and the rest. Kyosuke never knocks on the door. It's a guest. Wonder who it is. Got to my feet and opened the door. Good evening. Haruka-san, what's the matter? Here. Haruka-san handed me a bag. Her pigtails danced in the air as she moved. The bag was giving off a sweet fragrance. What's that? Here, some for Masato-kun too. Huh? For me too? I opened the dark brown paper bag. I was struck by the smell of burning sugar. I see. I realized what the source of the sweet fragrance was. Haruka-san was enveloped by a faint fragrance of sugar and butter. I took out what was inside the bag. Could this be what you were talking about this afternoon? Right, the bread crust. Masato went bleh and distanced himself from the bag. It was soaked in milk, albumin, and sugar and then fried. You could eat it as a snack. Is it any good? Well, better than eating bread crust. Didn't become a pudding though. She winked slightly and handed me another paper bag. And that's for Kengo-kun and everyone else. Please give it to them. Well, I have some business to attend to, so... What kind of business? Just a little something. I bet you were called by the doorman. Seems he was right on the money. I've been late a lot recently. You reap what you sow, Sayusa. Well, that's how it is. Bye-bye, Riki-kun, Masato-kun. Yeah, see you tomorrow. I closed the door. What is it, Masato? It's a lot better than I expected. Let me try. They were baked to a golden crunch. I tried one. You're right. It was delicious. It had somewhat plain taste, but there was also something slightly nostalgic about it. Reminded me of cheap sweets. She probably made it herself. Masato was struggling with his homework as he ate. This is too good. We still haven't had dinner. Don't eat too much. Yet I grabbed one after another myself as I said this. What a nostalgic feeling, as if I was back in elementary school. What is it, Ricky? You're grinning. It's nothing. Alright then. I found myself feeling strangely happy. That's why the paper bag was empty by the time I finished my homework. Returned after dinner. Play with Kyosuke. Go. What about your roommate? It seems like she has some business at home, so she went back after there for the day. You clean up afterward, there won't be a problem. No escape in that direction either. Well, oh well. This is when Ricky, had to dress like a girl that one time. Quit. Talk to Cood, enter the classroom. Futaki-san! Looked the direction toward which she called out. Futaki-san was standing there. It was the girl who had taken it upon herself to be Cood's roommate. Futaki. I wonder what her first name was. I couldn't remember. Sorry for calling you out. You get to walk through here anyway. She brushed her hair with her right hand. Your hate key has arrived. I thought I should give it to you straight away. My key? She frowned and then nodded like she'd realized something. What is that? She took the key and asked about the thing dangling from it. It's a key holder. They said you'll get scolded if you lose your key. It looks like the reason why Kuda had attached the keychain was out of concern for her roommate. Hearing a metallic cling, I looked at Futaki-san and found her fiddling with the keychain. I don't need something like this. She threw the chain away. Ah! Panicked, Cood quickly went to rescue it from the floor. Why did you do that? I threw it away because I don't need it. She wouldn't give Cood the time of day. Cood wore a troubled look. What? Nothing at all. That's right. Everybody has their own likes and dislikes. Cood bent down from her knee onto her knees and produced a whole bunch of key change from her bag. Please. Please what? Asking me to choose one from those things? Yes, please pick one. We found again. In my opinion, most of the chains looked as weird as the one with the Sesame Street character. It was the keychain collection of a souvenir shop. It was one with a strange smart doll, one with a mysterious mask. There was even one that looked like a disentanglement puzzle. Cood is collecting keychains. Is collecting keychains a hobby of yours? No, it's not like that. I've had to move many times since I was small. Every time I moved, I bought a keychain or two as a memento. Ah, I see. Remember she mentioned changing her home lots of times due to her grandfather's business. Please, anything is okay. Pick one yourself. Pick anyone. Rather, all of them. All of them? Looks odd. Gah! Cood's face looked like she was about to cry. Must agree with Futaki-san, though. Did not look like the conversation was making any progress. I decided to give her a hand. Hey, don't say that. Please choose one. You'll get in trouble if you lose your key. He glared at me. Did I make her angry? Instinctively took a step back. This one will do. She had chosen a chain with a small stuffed animal. It made some kind of noise when she picked it up. Maybe it was supposed to be an animal cry? It sounded something like Pico Pico. That thing is an animal, right? Yes, it's a dog. A dog? Only looked like a pair of eyeballs stuck on a ball of cotton to me. Are you sure this is a dog? Yes, I am. This is a dog in every respect. Look, it has legs. But even if it has some kind of legs, to say it's a dog? At least this one looks better than any of the others. I'm not really sure about that. I think it's pretty eerie. Looks like a ghost or something with that big white body and big eyes. I think this dog is a reference to the dog in the visual novel Air. Could put the rest of the keychains back in her bag. Later, Futaki-san stuck her key in her skirt pocket and walked away. Such an unfriendly girl. She's a good person. She accepted my keychain. Is that so? What is her name, by the way? She's Futaki-san. Kanata Futaki-san. Oh, that's right. Her name was Kanata. Is there something wrong? No, nothing. Looked in the direction Futaki-san and walked to. Of course she wasn't there any longer. I wondered. There was something that had got me thinking about, but I couldn't remember what it was, so I guess it wasn't anything very important. Gave up trying to recall it and got in the classroom with Cood. Recess time! Quit, it says. I don't see the words quit. Well, you know what? It's the 23rd, so I'll help her. Yeah, that was my intention. How kind. You really are a nice guy who can't resist helping a poor maiden in need. When it's coming from this girl, it doesn't feel like praise at all. Who's a poor maiden here? Me. She finally firmly pointed at her own face. I'm irresistible. There's a wild semantic gap from the first thing to the other, and the basis isn't true to begin with, is it? And you shouldn't say you're irresistible about yourself. She laughed merrily. I'm a beauty. Haruka-san, you don't listen to others either, do you? How rude. I do listen to others. Give me an example. An example? Let me see. She pointed with a finger on her forehead. Riki-kun is a kind guy and nice guy for helping her look for her missing thing. What are you saying? What? Are there different ways you can interpret it? I don't mean things someone else said about someone else. Realize something mid-sentence. Who was it that said that? Now who might it have been? Riki-kun, let's go! Okay. I closed the door and followed after her. So what did you get for lunch? I'll split it with you when you find it. No, thank you. You should eat it. It's really delicious. No, thank you very much. Tee! Remember anything? Like where you might have dropped it? Haruka-san started pondering again. She was meaninglessly swinging around her right arm. Last class it was in the special classroom. After that, I headed for the school store to buy some food. She drew a circle in the air with her right index finger. Looked like she was tracing a map in her mind while speaking. The lunch wagon doesn't go to the special classrooms. Yeah, so I went to the store. If you had PE before lunch or had your class in the special classrooms, you had to visit the school store if you wanted to buy a packed lunch. I was walking behind her. The legs coming from under the skirt was covered with striped patterned knee socks. No sign of it. Haruka-san was walking down the hallway with her face down looking about. Hey, Riki-kun. Yes? The pattern seemed the same every day. I wonder if she has like a dozen identical pairs. I couldn't remember for sure whether there was a school regulation about socks. Are you seriously looking? I sure am. The linoleum floor of the hallway was very clean. It didn't have a speck of dust. Nothing here. Shouldn't there be some traffic here on the second floor of the special classrooms? The whole floor looked perfectly clean. There was a big cleanup of this whole school building today. Lifted my eyes up. She gave a laugh as our eyes met. A cleaning company came around noon. They do it once a month. I see. I had no idea. The reason students clean this floor is to cut costs. Cut costs? Yeah, the more messed up the floor gets, the more it costs to have it cleaned. That's why the students are made to do it. Besides, doing that helps develop 2 good habits in the students, so it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. She muttered while searching the floor. Waxing the floor is the last thing. They start it after school is over. Haruko-san is well informed about the strangest things, I thought to myself. She answered as though mysteriously perceiving from my expression what I was wondering about. Foo foo foo! She put her hands on her waist and threw her head back. My class is often in charge of the cleaning duty for this floor, so we know when the day is when we can slack off. Such a stupid reason. I gave a wry smile. What a rude thing you're saying. Cleanup duty is a real pain, you know? She shook her finger, admonishing me. Be that as it may, it's 2 spent a long time searching through the second floor corridor, but found nothing. I've just realized something. What is it? As you can see, the hallway is all cleaned up, so that means they already finished cleaning, doesn't it? Yeah, I already told you so. If they found something, they should have picked it up. Ah! She ceased looking and jumped up. Yes, you're exactly right. That's my Riki-kun. You know how to use your head. I wonder why I didn't realize that until now. Must have thrown it away. What a headache. Hurts to part with my 300 yen. Seems she had incurred particularly grave damage. What are you gonna do now? Go to the store again? Nah, I'm on a tight budget this month, so I'll just go without lunch today. Today seemed to be a black letter day for me. So hungry. Haruko-san held her stomach, looking disheartened. Cue, her stomach made a cute sound. She laughed to hide her embarrassment. So let's get going back, shall we, Riki-kun? Okay, let's do that. I wonder if the others would give me a little of their lunch. Why not ask? I'll give it a shot. In the end, everyone pitched in with a bit of their food, and it all somehow added up to a balanced lunch. Well, good for you. Recess time. Play with Masato. We'll ditch the dumbbell. Keep looking at him. Let me see. 23 says quit. Leave as it is. Well, whatever. Guess it doesn't matter. Don't try it. Just rest today. Just rest today. Visit Kyosuke! Call it a night? No. Alright, let's see. The next thing is the 28th, okay? The 28th. I also want to look at other things. Okay, we're good. Expander. Look for the cat, I guess. Concentrate on practice. Stop her! Right, Kud and Rin. I mean, maybe I should have done Kamari, but whatever. Consult Kyosuke. I know, but I have a lot of things to think about. No, we'll play. What? I finally realized who I was talking with and raised my head. What? This lunch break, we're going to play to our heart's content. Not baseball? No, not baseball. What do you want to do? Kick the can. I'm sorry, could you repeat what you just said, please? Kick the can. Even though we have the game tomorrow? That's exactly why. You have to sing all the time? It'll only do you harm. This will serve as a breather for the mind and body. Wait, I still have things to think upon. Save it for later. Everyone is trying to finish their lunch as quickly as possible for this purpose. You can't be serious. Kamari-san and Kud were both desperately trying to finish their lunches. The food will never end! I miss it, babe! Why are you girls eating in such a hurry? I don't understand. We can have all the more time to play. Why else? Eh? What are we gonna do? No idea. Alright, everybody's here. Oh, you two are still eating? Oh, because well, I think you two had better stop at that. This game is gonna be hard. I don't think you can fight it out with aching tummies. He laughed as though he just said something really amusing. Kyosuke-kun, you ain't knees here yet. What? Stretch. Okay. Now that she mentions it, I haven't seen her ever since the lunchtime began. Sort of hard to believe I managed to lose sight of her in spite of the fact that we are in the same class. Guess we don't have to be worried about her. If it's her, I'm sure she must have some inkling about my plans already. If she comes late, she'll just have to be it. It? Okay, Ricky, will you grab that side? Alright. Yet again he took out a cloth rolled into a scroll. Welcome to the first Little Busters Absolutely Perfect Kick the Can competition. Applause, please. We received scattered applause since the competition name was too unique for us to fully appreciate its hilariousness. Now, here's what we're going to do for today's game. He pulled some items out of his bag and handed them over to each of us. What is this thing? Oh, let me to explain the rules of the game first. 3 of us will be it, and the rest targets. Once you're caught, you can't move until somebody else kicks the can. I can keep away from the people who are it until time runs out. It's your victory. Can't the targets hide somewhere until the game is over, like in hide and seek? Right? That's where these sensors come in, which warn you when the it team is approaching. The sensor in his hand began beeping as he turned it on. Kamari, take this and step back a little. Okay! Further she went, the longer the interval of the gadget's beeping got. Its effective range is 3 to 4 meters. Just hiding is no fun, so I modify the original game a little. You'll get caught easily if you stay put. The playing field will be the entire southern school building. Sensors also serve to help the target notice it's approaching, while the range isn't so huge. Prepare something elaborate again. Was utterly thorough in making preparations when it came to this kind of trivial thing. A0, this is Fortnite? Nope. It should be Little Busters. Okay, why I changed it. I changed the title and the thing. Why? Playing more Busters. Little Busters. Yeah, thank you, Twitch. Thank you for letting me know, Zero. Oh, man. Alright, here we go. I'm getting excited. Doesn't sound too bad. They were looking completely pumped up for the game. Notice that even Rin was getting herself ready. She was doing warm-up exercises. Yosuke was horribly good at rousing others' interest. Didn't seem to be an exception myself. Could I really allow myself to fool around with them at a time like this? Wah! Hey Ricky, what's with your desperate face? Not thinking and just try enjoying yourself. That's the point of playing, right? Yeah, true that. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Christ, I'm too easy to persuade. Need to ask somebody sensible for help. My blood is boiling. Kengo, no! Well, looks like this Oni-san is expected to be it. Kurugaya-san, who'd appeared seemingly out of thin air, took a sensor from Kyosuke. He seemed to like drawing the short straw voluntarily. I don't consider it the short straw at all. This way promises me much more entertainment. I see. That seems about right. Then I'll play it too. Pick the third one out of you guys. And the two of you will be it? Well then, let's decide by rock, paper, scissors. Not resigning myself, I decided to join them with a half a heart. Who would have been chosen as the third member of the IT team? I'll go all out! She looked it to be in high gear. Alright guys, use all you got to run away from us. Decide where to put the can later. In 3 minutes, I'll be texting all of you, and that's the starting signal. Everybody left the classroom and spread out in their own direction. Kyosuke hadn't changed at all, just suddenly starting something incomprehensible. Isn't it fine? Don't you remember how we used to play kick the can when we were kids? I do, but I don't think we need to do this today of all days. Overthinking it. Times like these are necessary, don't you think? Really doubt you put that much thought into it. At that moment, my cell phone rang. Oh, who could that be? It was Komari-san.
Hello, Riki-san-kun.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, Haru-chan suggested we share information via phones.
That's a good idea. We can know the whereabouts of the IT team, we will definitely be able to escape them more easily. Thanks, let's do our best.
Sure, I will.
I closed the phone and put it back into my chest pocket. So that seems to be our strategy. Roger that. And thus, I wish you luck. You too. We separated at the foot of the stairs. An email arrived just as I was walking down the first floor hallway. That was the signal for the beginning of the battle. In the next breath, the sensor in my pocket began beeping. Jeez, they're already so close.
Found you!
Kud emerged right in front of me. Sorry, but I'm not getting caught this early. After rounding the corner, I took off running toward the stairs.
Ow, I can't catch up!
At least I had confidence that I could outrun this person. By the time I reached the third floor, I managed to shake her off. Well, how should I move next? Another mail came in. It was from Haruka-san. Haru-chin reporting. I've confirmed the can and Kyosuke-kun at the landing between the second and third floors of on the school gate side. Emote face. In other words, they are on the opposite side of me. Figured that I'd better not go near that area unless somebody else is taken captive. Beep. They're just around the corner. I hastily went up to the fourth floor. The sensor stopped beeping. Guess I should keep going up. Another call from Komari-san. Riki-kun? Yes. I'm in the room on the third floor now, and I just saw Kud-chan run off. Okay, got it. I explained the reaction on my sensor earlier. Beep!
Where?
Heard an electronic sound through the phone.
Where are they?
Are they near you? They're closing in on me. Komari-san, get out of the room.
But Kud-chan may be still in the hall.
The other two are way more dangerous than her.
Beep, 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 beep.
Their sensor kept blaring.
Yeah!
Komari-san? I could only hear the electric sound. Eventually, they stopped as well. You will be next. With that demonic laughter and threat, the call was cut off. Kuragaya-san! This is so not good. Can I really manage to avoid being caught? Anyways, looks like the chasers are all on the third floor now. Message from Haruka-san came through. They got Mio-chin. Great. I can't believe two of us are already down even though it's only been 5 minutes or so since the start. Beep! Quickly reached into the pocket which had the sensor on it. Which way are they coming from? What should I do now? Take cover in a classroom, blaze through the hallway. I'm gonna save. Blaze. Well, I have to remember the strategy that struck Komari-san. Be no way out if they corner me in a classroom. Hence, going through the hallway must be the better choice to take.
Ricky bound!
Kud? As soon as I recognized her voice, I picked up speed. Oh, Sato was running toward me right from the front. Behind him was... Oh dear. Perfect timing. She flashed us an audacious smile. I was thinking about catching the young man here as soon as possible, since his unending stamina would be a bother, but I must seize this opportunity. Damn, we're trapped.
I will let you escape!
Masato, any ideas? Pointed toward the classroom door with his chin. Kud should be easier to get past. While I'm handling her, you get behind her through the classroom. Eh? No time to waste, I'll leave the rest to you. Saying that, he shoved me toward the classroom door. As Masato suggested, I entered the classroom from one door and exited through the other.
Which one should we catch?
Of course, young man Masato is the priority. Ricky won't be in any trouble. Hearing the girl's evaluation behind me, I sped through the hallway. Looks like I managed to escape them. Masato must have succeeded at blocking the two girls. There was no sign of either of them coming after me. To make up for his valiant sacrifice, I could only attain victory. I had to proceed aggressively, all the while keeping my guard up. Decided to go down the stairs. Remember that the can should be set over here. The two its should still be upstairs, which means it's gonna be a big chance to kick the can. My sensor was silent as stone now. Even so, it would be a tricky task if Kyosuke was guarding the can. I doubted I could beat him by myself. Alright, I did all the remaining members who I assume to still be in the game. I'm going for the can. Hopefully some of them come and give me a hand. No time to waste just standing here. Kuragaya-san and Kud should return shortly. I have to hurry it up and make my move. Even as I arrived on the 3rd floor, beep, a sensor made a sound. Of course, there's no way that they're leaving the can unsecured. Took a step back. I was pretty sure the sound had made them, probably Kyosuke, aware of my approach already, and I had no choice but to push toward the can. Ricky! He discovered me.
Oh my god, Hanego!
I heard Haruka-san's voice from downstairs. Must have come over in here to give me support. Wait, did she just say Anego? Is Kuragaya-san also protecting the can now? Damn, I got Haruka-san in trouble. But when and how did Kuragaya-san make it back down there? Anyway, I have a situation of my own now. Leaving her to you. Umu. After exchanging a few short words, Kyosuke began running toward me. Shoot! I have to turn back. Just when I decided to fall back, heard the faint chime of a bell. What? In the next moment, Rin jumped into view over the staircase rail. What? It's mine! Landing on the floor behind him, she started dashing toward the can. Kuragaya-san prepared herself to engage Rin. Rin lowered herself and then slid into the can. Clang! With a vibrant sound, the can was sent flying in the air. No! We were had.
Well, thanks, Rin-chan.
You rescued us. Rin turned to face the two girls and nodded with a chime of her bell. No, she took the juiciest part. Well, the game went back to the starting point.
I somehow feel like 3-it just isn't gonna good enough against 7 targets.
Agreed. I thought that as well. What about a ratio of 6 to 4 for balance? There are enough. Even Onesan would get exhausted if I were to keep up with this amount of exercise. That having been said, all of us gathered up once again in order to divide ourselves into new 2 teams. And the new chasers chosen were Masato, Haruka, Kuragaya, and Nishizono. Power balance feels pretty equal this time. Fumu, this is going to be fun. Hey, we're now enemies, Ricky. Well, go easy on me. I assume we have to watch out for Masato and Kuragaya, right? No, Saigusa. Eh? Then let's get it started! Oh, you just be careful of her. What, huh? Rest of the targets split up. Able to figure out the meaning of Kyosuke's analysis, I also left the spot. I was walking down the 1st floor hallway. Hang on. Tricky time. Now I was walking down the 1st floor hallway. Received the mail from Komari-san. Ku-chan got caught! Already? Anyhow, this floor seems safe for now. Guess I should keep hanging around here for a while. Another message from Komari-san. The can is still at the foot of the stairs on the 1st floor. I had to come through there and didn't remember seeing it. Guess she had meant to the stairs on the gym side? Everybody come and help me kick it. Oh, she's being pretty aggressive. Anyway, I think I should go and back her up. Rescue operation for Kud. Made my way to the area she'd mentioned in high alert. The can was in my sight, but there was no sign of the IT team.
How come you're here, Ricky?
I turned to face the owner of the voice. Huh? Kud, you're supposed to be a captive. I was told they caught you. Something's wrong. Didn't you guys get caught? Moreover, now Kengo joined us. This could be a phone call from Kyosuke. Run, that's a setup. What? Get out of there, right now. And then he hung up. In the next breath, our sensors began beeping furiously.
Well, they're near us.
Let's bolt. I tried to turn back. Oh, this way is out of limits. You shall not pass. 2-it emerged out of a classroom.
Wah! This way!
Headed back for the stairs. Umu, stop there.
Wah!
Kud got captured. It's not good. We're besieged. What on earth is going on? Phone call came from Komari-san. I picked it up. Foo. Is that you, Haruka-san? Fa. Yeah. You guys completely fell for my game plan. She emerged triumphantly in front of us with a cell phone in her hand. But just 3 of you. I was expecting more. That is Komari-san's phone.
I borrowed it.
That means she's the one who sent all those emails. Those mails. Oh my god! That was a setup to lure us in. Did you celebrate America and watch fireworks yesterday? I did, actually. I actually watched some during my Fortnite stream last night. Believe it or not. So yes, I did. But did you, Zero? I wrote the mails just like Komari-san. just like Komari-chan would, didn't I? Damn, what an underhanded trick. It is a trap I set using the technology of a modern information society. I can't say I'm too fond of a means like this. Still, we did round them up. Oh, there, I've caught you. Ooh, when did you creep up on me? Must have approached me while my attention was focused on Haruka-san. Don't think a plan like this will stop me. In the next breath, Kengo passed Nishizono-san by an instant. Great, run, Kengo! Oh, of course I wasn't expecting we could stop you just with this trap, because the other to stop you will be I! Kengo ceased moving with a groan. His injury must be giving him pain. You really think you'll be able to pass me in that shape? A handicap like this is just about right. Even though he was wearing a brave look on his face, it was completely obvious which of them was going to win. Great, prepare yourself! Masato tried to tackle Kengo. Kengo leaned against it to dodge Masato and try to run. Don't underestimate me! Masato stood in his path again. With the injury, Kengo could have passed Masato with ease. Kengo was biting his bottom lip out of sheer frustration. Young man Masato, pardon me, but allow me to give you a hand. Huh? The two pursuers enclosed Kengo from both sides. Tch, I don't like that. It's by the rules, and you guys are not doing anything inappropriate. Everything is fair. Come at me with all you've got. I'm going all out. Well said, Kengo. The voice resounded throughout the hall. I turned my eyes to the direction the voice had come from, and what I witnessed was a lone figure dashing fiercely down the hallway toward us. Kyosuke. I knew he was going to launch an assault. You take care of the can, Kuragaya and Nego. Roger that. Haruka-kun, Mio-kun, protect the can. We're taking him down.
Aye, aye, sir!
In response to the change in situation, Kengo also turned to face the can. Kyosuke was headed straight for Masato with no hesitation. Like I'll let you! Kengo got caught. Go, Kyosuke! Kengo, won't your effort go to waste? Kyosuke picked up speed to make best use of the chance brought by Kengo, who had distracted Masato. Bring it on, Kyosuke! No, Kyosuke, you're being reckless! The next instant, I sighted another figure following him. Jump over him, Rin! Kyosuke bent down to let Rin use his back as a stepping stone. It was a perfect combination played by the Natsumi siblings. Kuragaya! I know. Kuragaya-san took a defensive position. Rin launched herself into the air and jumped over Masato's head. I'm kicking the can! Moreover, Komari-san showed up for backup. The game was turning into a chaotic scramble. I couldn't even imagine what would come next. I won't let you! Clang! It took me several moments to make out what had just taken place right before my eyes. There was Haruka-san's leg raised in the air and the flying can. For some inexplicable reason, Haruka-san had kicked away the can. Phew! Haruchin feels refreshed. What the bloody hell are you doing? Am I missing something here? What is this supposed to mean? Generally speaking, yeah, it's self-destruction. Masato had burned out from the sheer strength of the shock. Let me stretch. Okay. Fue? Komari-san, who had tried to lunge forward to kick the can, didn't seem to be grasping the development either. Haruka-kun, let us hear your account of your actions. Oh, yes, well, I just thought my kicking the can would make an awesome finale. You know what? We used a lot of dirty tricks. So figured I'd reform myself and fight it out fair and square after all. Which didn't make any sense at all. Sentence execution.
No, hold on, Nego. I swear I won't do it again.
Kuragaya-san walked away, dragging Haruka-san behind her. Masato still hadn't recovered. I told you, we have to watch out for her. She's a scary girl in a sense. Is it possible to foresee her actions? Komari-kun? Kuragaya-san came back and handed Komari-san her cell phone.
When did you take it from me?
I've repainted. I will not do it again. First of all, I want you to explain what you did that for.
You know,
when you see somebody about to eat something delicious, don't you want to pilfer and dig your teeth into it? Even if people think that way, they don't actually do it for real. I just couldn't resist kicking. You know, the game is called Kick the Can, therefore, kicking the can is the whole beauty of it. Plus, I didn't want to let Rin-chan take any more juicy credit. You don't really seem to be repenting for your actions.
Yes, I'm repenting to the highest degree. Yes!
Like that, we finished reprimanding her. Okay, let's continue. There you are, Haruka Saigusa. Sound of a whistle echoed through the hall. Uh-oh, this is not good. You're supposed to be serving out your punishment by collecting cans in the school during this lunchtime. Look, I'm doing that, see? Retrieve the can which she just kicked off. Doesn't seem right at all. Escape! You dashed away. Hey, you, wait! It's you that has to wait. Futaki-san, the head prefect, was standing behind the prefect. Okay. You're supposed to be enforcing discipline, yet you disrupt it yourself. You have to be quiet in school, especially in the hallways. I deeply apologize for that. Futaki-san was watching Haruka-san running off. Honestly, you people don't make too much noise. You people don't make too much noise either, alright?
Yes, we'll keep playing Kick the Can quietly.
Hang on. Okay, we're good. No, Kud. Kick the can. Kudravaka-kun is a returnee, ergo she isn't very familiar with the Japanese culture yet. She meant kicking the cans. Is that so? She eyed Kurugaya-san and Kud in turn with suspicion. I can imagine Kudravaka doesn't even know such a famous game. But whatever. If you say so, it must be true. And we weren't able to catch you people red-handed after anyway. I like that scrupulous part about you. I would like you even more, though, if you were a little more flexible. I'll think about it. Excuse us. She walked away alongside the other prefect. That was close. Are they gone? Haruka-san poked her head out of the classroom. Yeah, they just left. And then we heard the bell signaling the end of the lunch break. Oh, we ran out of time. Oh, I haven't even yet done anything at all. Well, it was pretty fun. We should have another game someday. Moo, agreed. I seemed the most serious when it came to this kind of meaningless stuff. There was no time whatsoever to think about baseball. The bell rang right after I arrived at the classroom. Are you still at it? Kyosuke appeared. He must have broke down from above like usual. Must have been worried about me because of how little time I'd had to work on this during lunch. He himself was the main reason for that, though. I didn't mean to put that much pressure on you. Things don't always go the way you plan. Left behind those words.
Ricky-kun!
Continue? Continue? There, Masato, going without me? What's with that? Boring. Alright, it's the 28th now. Ask what happened. Guess I'll go find Kengo. Sorry. No matter, we'll eat together next time. Okay, it's a promise. Sato and I separated and I went looking for those two. Wondered where they might have gone to. Weren't many places where they would be, so I headed toward an empty classroom. As I opened the classroom door, just as expected, I found Kud and Haruka-san there. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Do you have a spare hat and cloak?
Of course I do.
I have no idea what you just said, little Kud. Hello there, Riki-kun.
Wow.
Hello. Kun seemed to be chewing on some kelp. She had a book in her hands. The title read DeWitt and Everett. She looked surreal reading that book while gnawing at kelp. And why kelp? Oi, little Kun, you must talk with your mouth full.
No, I'm sorry.
What brings you to this empty classroom today? The cafeteria was packed. Having bread today? Looked like they had just been about to start eating. The things on the paper plate she was holding were muffins? The smell of butter wafted through the air. Bread? Well, I won't say that it isn't bread. Where did you buy those? I wondered if she had brought them freshly baked. I didn't. I baked the muffins myself. Really? Wanna try one? The homemade muffin she handed me had a hint of the scent of marmalade. Haruka-san took an identical muffin and started coating it in marmalade. Haruka-san, do you like marmalade? I like all things orange. Japanese citrus and bitter oranges and summer oranges and just plain old oranges. She was in a jovial mood. It brought a smile to my lips also.
Yeah, Saigusa-san always has an orangey smell.
Did she already finish eating?
What's wrong?
I was just wondering about what you were eating.
It was dehydrated kelp. It's delicious.
Looked more like pickled kelp.
Although it does dry out my throat.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, it looks like we won't have any drinks. I'll go buy some. I'll get you two something. I'll get you two something too. Oh, what would you like? I'll have some green tea, please. Hot tea or cold? What she said there. Okay, how about you, Riki-kun? I'll also have tea. Both gave Haruka-san some money.
Sakusa-san is taking her time. Wonder if something happened.
Has she stopped somewhere on the way again? Can't be helped. I'll go look for her. Good, can you wait?
Aye, sir.
Okay, I'm off. Have a safe trip. Good saw me off as I left the classroom. Anyway, where should I go look? Cafeteria, courtyard, vending machine, school eats. Looks like go to the cafeteria, maybe? It's too crowded, I can't get in. Where next? Oh boy, did I screw up somewhere? Can I go back real quick, guys? Yeah, can I go back real quick? Ways through the hallway. Continue. Okay, just making sure. Cafeteria, courtyard, vending machine. Should be at the vending machine. Why did I think of that in the first place? Head into the courtyard. What's going on? There's quite a racket. Did you not hear me tell you to repay it right now? What I don't get is why I have to repay you at all. Just put the money to the vending machine. You're trying to claim you don't know what you did? You know what you did. I don't know what you're accusing me of in the first place. Haruka-san was surrounded by many people in front of the vending machine. Just by looking at their armbands, I could tell they were all prefects. I haven't done anything. She was cradling 4 cans of juice. Momentarily hesitated, thinking about what I should do. Let's see. I'm going to ask what happened. Haruka-san, what's wrong? At the moment I spoke up, all the prefects turned their eyes to me. Ugh, the glares. Ah, Riki-kun. You were late. It got word and came to find you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I got into trouble. Isn't causing trouble the norm for you? It's not good to scold others. You only learn useless things from a useless leader. Who are you calling useless? Ooh, the situation was rapidly getting heated. Haruka-san, quiet down for just a minute. Boo. You puffed her cheeks. Why don't you explain what happened? That's what I've been trying to do. They kept pestering me about something I supposedly did. You were hitting the vending machine to force more cans out. I said that's wrong. I just happened to get lucky for once. Lucky? When I bought one can, the roulette kicked out another one. Ah, I see. I was thinking, lucky, and tried the roulette again. And you got lucky again? Yeah, I was just celebrating when a miraculously lucky day this is. The miracle happens about 10 out of 64 times. That could be mysterious luck or miraculous luck. What are you supposed to be quoting? That's another 5 cushions for me. Hey, come on, Mountain Rice Field. It's a comedy thing. Cushions. A person like you is... What, Haruka-san, don't say things to rile them up. Whispered into her ear, while the prefects furiously knit their brows. Moo, it's okay. Didn't I say something good? Okay, just be quiet. Moo, if you say so. I'm just gonna grumble silently then. Anyway, is that what happened, Haruka-san? She nodded sullenly. We don't believe you. Why is that? Just speaking nonsense as always. Freshman prefect was obstinate. What's this really about? But it does look as though they just fell out of a vending machine. If she did hit the machine, wouldn't the dent still be visible? That's true, but the vending machine didn't have much as a scratch. Which is indeed what you'd call lucky. But there's no evidence that she didn't do it either. You're so stubborn. Well, what can you expect with a leader like that? So, I know you guys have to do it because it's your job. This wasn't getting us anywhere. So the problem is that someone got juice for free, right? If you put it that way, yes. Haruka-san, can you give me the money I gave you earlier? Don't tell me you're really gonna give it to them. Exactly, where is it? In my pocket. Can I also have the juice you bought me? Even though it was so lucky? But at this rate, you'll have to give it up anyway. took the can from Haruka-san, who was still cradling them in her arms. Oh well, here, take it. Haruka-san thrust the change at the prefects. In other words, it's the same as buying it. Reluctantly, the prefects finally nodded. Let's go, Haruka-san. We'll have to wait from there. That was a disaster. Even though it was so lucky, Haruka-san kept complaining on the way back to the classroom. But I'd just buy some crazy juice with the extra cash, like strawberry jam juice or maximum coffee. And then we could have made little Ku drink it. It would have definitely been interesting. Chit-chit! Chit-chit! Oh well, just quietly gave her my ear. I knew I knew how she must feel. Who wouldn't be offended when someone branded them a thief with no definite reason? How could those prefects accuse her like that even after she insisted she had done anything wrong? Well, when you cry wolf enough times, I didn't think she would really do such things. But Riki-kun, you... Since she had mumbled them, I had asked her to repeat the words of gratitude. Thank you, I said, for believing in me, and she smiled a little. The smile was different from her usual insolent grin. For some reason, it made my heart race. It's not that big of a deal. Haruka-san placed her hand on her hip and spun around to me, and skipped backwards in dancing steps. Riki-kun, you really, right? What do you mean, right? Riki-kun's blushing. Never mind that. Look where you're going. You'll be in trouble again if you bump into someone. Okay, right you are. Are you even listening to me? As if she didn't hear me, Haruka-san continued her merry gait. Welcome back! Sorry I'm late. The tea is all cold now. Please forgive me. She clapped her hands together and bowed apologetically to Kud. It's no problem. Did something happen? We ran into the disciplinary committee. They don't seem to understand that meaning of the word leniency. Maybe the pride of helping run the school is getting to their heads. They're almost like gods then? If they're like gods, maybe we can give them an offering and they'll grant our wishes. They have no concept of flexibility. They never do anything that wasn't in their own interests. But yeah, sorry Riki. She held her left hand in front of her face, in the most apologetic gesture she could have conjured. Well anyway, let's eat. Oh wait, I didn't bring a lunch. Don't worry about it. I got a whole mountain of muffins here. I'll share them with you. I've got lots of dried seaweed and kelp too. If you'd like, you can have some. Alright, thanks. And so my lunch turned out to be a very strange mixture. It's missing again. After washing my face, I left to run an errand to the dorm head. Walked over toward the school building. Even though it's a holiday, how unfair. Wah! I was still a little sleepy. What a big yawn. Good kids should make sure to get a good night's sleep. With those words, something was shoved into my mouth. Without understanding what was going on, I almost choked. Cough, cough. What? All of a sudden? Rolled whatever it was on the top of my tongue. Candy? Yep, an orange-flavored candy. Haruka-san appeared in front of me and stuck her tongue out. It was such a cute pink. Sitting on her tongue was a small amber-colored candy. I don't understand any of that, Haruka-san. I got a full set of flavors from Komari-chan, except mine, mint that is. You don't like mint? It tastes sort of like medicine, so I hate it. Anyway, morning, Riki-kun. Good morning, Haruka-san. It's a little late to be wishing good morning, but saying good day would be kind of strange at this hour too. I returned a good morning as well. Haruka-san, how come you're here on a day off? What about you, Riki-kun? The dorm head asked me to go pick up something she forgot. Is that so? What about you? Club activity, but you're not in one. School maintenance committee meeting? You're so diligent, like that time with the broken desk. Recall that incident. Haruka-san was scowling. Riki-kun, what are you talking about? She said that in English. I'm not diligent at all. I don't want to hear such a boring, rational, down-to-earth, and worthless word like diligent. It's nothing but a pointless facade. I'm just a tough nut who does whatever she wants. I get it. Sorry. Haruka-san kicked her shoe against the linoleum in irritation. See her in such a sullen mood was shocking. Well, whatever. Since I ran into Riki-kun, work's over for today. Hey, you shouldn't take such a careless attitude about it? It's fine, don't worry about it. She waved her left hand dismissively. Come on, let's play. With that energetic shout, Haruka-san grabbed my hand and started walking, pulling me along. Ah, that was fun. We'll need to apologize to the broadcasting committee later. I was finally released after we'd made a racket in the broadcast room. Later, Riki-kun. Hey, wait, Haruka-san, this mic is... Where is this mic from? By the time I had called out the vain question, Haruka-san's figure had already disappeared from behind the school building. What turned out like this after all. My shoulders slumped in defeat. After school, it was still a little early for dinner. It was unusual for there to be this many people around. Our table's the only empty one. Looks like it's treated as reserved for us. Now I'm seated, but there's nothing at all here. Now don't sit down yet. The lunch ticket machine is crowded. Yeah, it is. Did you think food was gonna magically appear? Stupid brother. You just don't get it, huh? Even though the first seat has already been taken? Bump. Rin vaulted the back of the nearest chair to sit on it. Crap. Kengo and Masato rushed to sit down. I also reached for a chair. Rumble, rumble, rumble. How'd it go? Did I win? Last place is... Masato. Masato was sent to stand at the end of the line. His head stuck out above the rest, so it was easy to track his progress. Alright, coming through. Watch the load. The crowd parted as Masato came back carrying 3 trays at once. There you go. He set the trays down on the table. They were all udon sets. All of them had different toppings. Kyosuke quickly grabbed the tray with the tempura udon. Is this also survival of the fastest? Rin took the udon with mochi. Kengo gestured for me to go ahead, so I took the remaining kitsune udon. All of them came with the raw egg. The period when we could get fresh eggs from the farmers lasted until the rainy season. Fresh eggs at the very end of their season was the tastiest. Masato returned with the last 2 trays. This triple serving's mine. Lunch lady had really piled on toppings. The udons looked more like beef bowls the way they were stacked. I guess this one's mine. Without even looking, I could tell by the smell. It was curry udon. What is up with this selection? Wait, I was just having a craving for curry. Lucky. Search that. He began to eat noisily, sending broth flying as he slurped up the noodles. Oops, can't have my Buster jumper getting dirty. Guess I'll take it off. He took off his jumper and draped it over the back of his chair, and then resumed slurping. So it's okay to get your undershirt dirty? But geez, Masato can really wolf it down too. Huh, he probably thinks everything he puts in his stomach goes straight to his muscles. No way. My triceps feel like Mr. Bean, don't you think? Are you saying you're Rowan Atkinson? Whoa.
Yaha, Riki-kun!
Haruka-san, you surprise me. She just loves springing out of nowhere, doesn't she? Hello, Kengo-kun, Kyosuke-san, and Rin-chan too? What are you doing here? What are you here for, Saikusa?
Yaha, Masato-kun, feeling good?
Not after seeing your face. Leave.
What? Just seeing my face?
Masato glanced at the tray Haruka-san was holding. Huh, you got the same udon as me. It's gotta be a bad omen. The quality is completely different, though.
Hey, watch this!
She took an egg with her left hand and hid it on the edge of her bowl. I don't get it.
Yo!
Using only your left hand, Haruka-san cracked the egg and dropped the yolk neatly into the bowl. Oh, Saikusa, amazing! Masato's voice was a mixture of surprise and admiration. Cracking an egg with one hand looks easy, but it's actually pretty hard.
But fun!
Haruka-san proudly puffed out her chest a little. Shall I do it for Masato-kun as well? Knock, 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 knock. Oh, one in each hand. With an egg in either hand, Haruka-san cracked them both and emptied their contents into the bowl. Foo-foo-foo-foo. This time her face shone in a super prideful look. Somehow it made me smile.
Hey, Riki-kun, aren't I amazing? I'm amazing, aren't I?
Yes, you're brilliant. Even though my words didn't sound heartfelt, Haruka-san still seemed happy. Is there a trick to it?
Nope.
Practice, that's all there is to it. Practice. Practice, you gotta practice it. I wondered why the word practice suddenly sounded even more insignificant when it was coming out of her mouth. Like crack Riki-kun's egg as well? Sure, thanks. Though you really just like doing it, right? Don't worry about it, just leave it to me. As usual, she didn't listen to a word I said. Like this! Knock knock crack, the egg made a small noise as it cracked open and spilled its contents into my bowl. Thanks, Haruka-san. Oh, Ricky, you got lucky. About what? There's 2 yolks in your egg. It's a twin egg. You're right. I guess I did get lucky. So rare to find a double yolk egg, especially in the cafeteria eggs. This really must be your lucky day. Ricky, can I trade my normal egg, which I already mixed in the udon, for yours? What? No way. I'm not gonna trade away this great feeling. Come on, you should at least try to make your offer more attractive than that. Masato and I got caught up in the topic. What's wrong, Saikusa? Laying down his chopsticks, Kengo cut into the conversation. What? What's up with you? Hey, Kengo. What? She didn't catch your question. Why don't you ask her again? Kengo muttered something to her in a low voice. It was so quiet I couldn't make it all out. Because you look like you're spacing out. I'm not spacing out. I'm not okay. Haruka-san tried to assert herself while shaking her head frantically. Her smile looked a little wooden. Really? Alright then. Ricky-kun, were you amazed by my crazy skills? I was totally surprising. It was totally surprising, right, Masato? Yeah, just like Saikusa has to have such an incomprehensible skill. Yay, I was praised! By the way, aren't you going to eat, Haruka-san? What? Sorry, I forgot! I was on my way to help out in the kitchen. Sorry, the lunch lady is gonna be mad. I'll entrust this udon to Masato-kun. Hey, Saikusa! Haruka-san hurriedly stood up and from her seat and left. Did she come over just to show off her egg-cracking skills or what? Yeah, I'm sure she just wanted to show it to us. I let out a strained laugh. Well, whatever. At least I got another udon out of it for free. That and the eggs. Thanks for the meal. Kengo finished eating. I looked, and sure enough, his undershirt was flecked with curry sauce. He pulled his jumper back on. Masato. What? That stuff you're putting on your udon. That's not soy sauce. It's Worcestershire. What? We looked at the label of the cap. Worcestershire, and it was a strong blend. No, I did it on purpose. Yeah, it's good like this. It wasn't an accident or anything. If anything, it's actually better this way. Nice bluff. Oh, that's not it. Actually, I was just honestly curious to know how it tastes. Want a taste? Yes, I'll help myself to a sample. Sato pushed the bowl toward Kengo. Kengo took up his chopsticks again. Slurp. It's not bad. Actually, this is delicious. It's perfect. Seriously? Let me try it too. Even my curiosity had been piqued. Masato and I took turns trying out the udon sauce. Bleh. Was an overpowering flavor sure to give anyone heartburn. There's no way it would taste good. Man, we rocked right into that one. Guess all we can do is smile and forgive. I know, right? Well, let's see. While soothing Masato's wounded pride, I gazed into my small bowl. Twin yolks. I stuck my chopsticks into the 2 yolks, floating together amongst the egg white, and stirred them up. I then remembered Haruka-san's expression earlier. Didn't understand it at all. Shook my head and let the egg slip into the broth of the kitsune udon. The sun was shining strongly today. As expected, I was getting sleepy after lunch. I sat down on a bench and let out a yawn. Fuan? From far away, I heard a loud shout. Wait, this pattern is... Really, she's only fast when it comes to running away. You should still be nearby. Keep searching. Disperse. The armband wearing prefects were running here and there across the courtyard. They're such eager beavers even during lunch break, aren't they? Wah! Yeah, Riki-kun. Jeez, don't surprise me like that, Haruka-san. I twisted my neck around to see her standing there. Didn't really mean to surprise you. I've been here the whole time. No way. Since when? Since before you sat down. I managed to get your fly down without you noticing a thing. What? And I took a check my trousers. Wait, it's not down. Just joking. Haruka-san crackled with laughter. What's this, Riki-kun? Your face is bright red. Hey, was that embarrassing? Hey, are you embarrassed? But please don't say such crazy things all of a sudden. Sheesh. You're weird. Even if you're seed, it's nothing to be that ashamed of, right? It's not the issue. Girls shouldn't be saying those kinds of things. Whatever. Looks like I made you mad. Haruka-san stuck her tongue out at me, looking completely unrepentant. Riki-kun, do you wear boxers? Yeah. Wait, why are you asking that? Just wanted to check. Please don't ask such illogical questions. Something wrong with that? Yes. Cheh. Suddenly, something descended on my neck. Haruka-san? So boring. Hold on, Haruka-san. For some reason, Haruka-san was resting her chin on top of my head. Unable to keep still, she was moving her head back and forth, forcing my neck to move along with her. What is it, Riki-kun? My neck hurts, and... Since before her body was pressed tightly against my back, but of course, I couldn't say that. You're heavy. In reality, Haruka-san with her arms draped over my shoulders wasn't heavy at all. Girls are actually pretty light. Haruka-san nodded but didn't move. What are you moaning about? Trying to see what the world looks like from Riki-kun's viewpoint. Does it look the least different, see the scenery from here? Would be strange if you and I were seeing completely different things. You never know. Maybe if I do this, I'll be able to see a skyfish. A skyfish? What's with that? It's fluttery and hard to see, and when it swoops, it goes Gaguzugyan. I doubt there are any flying things that make those kind of sounds. Can we see them? For some reason, it seems they've only been captured on film. We can't see something like that. Aren't those just after images of flying bugs? Most supernatural phenomena have been had easy explanations like that. That's right, I think so too. Haruka-san rubbed her chin on top of my head as she answered. After she looked so intent on their existence, that was a rather anticlimactic comment. Things that have an explanation are boring, or so they say, but I think it can be fun trying to change your viewpoint. Anyway, things we already understand are boring regardless. Really? I think even things we're supposedly understand can be fun. You know, there are as many viewpoints on the world as there are people, hence I believe we can't rule anything out as impossible. That's why I think it's fun. Does that make me strange? I guess I might be just a little strange. Which reminds me, what was I supposed to be doing? I have to guess you if you care to hear it. What? Tell me! Weren't you running from the disciplinary committee? Ah! I fell back with a flop. Haruka-san, whom I'd been leaning against, had abruptly stood up. That's it! Oh my god, I almost forgot about that! It's because of Gandalf. The prefects kept catching me. What? Stop going against the nose of a dog. Seriously, they tell you anywhere. What did you do this time? Was scattering some magnetic marbles around, and then, get this, I put some powerful magnets into the prefect's armbands. Magnets? I sewed them in. The culprit herself laughed just remembering it. No, really, it was a masterpiece. It's not something to laugh about. Why are you picking a fight with them again? Senpai, Haruka Saigusa's over here. Following the blow of a whistle, the prefects were suddenly swarming toward us. For some reason, moving rather stiffly. Well, they found me. Well, then we better part here. See you, Riki-kun. Wait, she's already that far. Haruka Saigusa, you're done it again. Senpai, Saigusa-san is already over here. What? Get her! Yes, sir. Moving their feet in unison with rhythmic noise, the prefects trot off together in pursuit of Haruka-san. Wait, so that means all the prefects were running together in an awkward fashion. Ah, geez, it must be hard to run with their armbands stuck together. It would have been just better to take them off. Must have been too upset to think about. I wondered watching them if they keep up the chase on lunch break long. Another day over, as I was pondering on this, my breast pocket vibrated. Mail? I wonder who it's from. I'll be waiting here in the meeting room. HS, it says. Well, what do I do? Just return to the dorms. Does it matter? Ask for the truth, check it out. It says, I'm gonna save. I also can't click status for some reason. Weird. Alright. Head to the meeting room, I guess. Headed toward the usual meeting room. It was a place for boardmen committee meetings, but now it was silent. Isn't anyone here? Thought of heading back since it was already here. The door rattled as I slid it open. Excuse me, wait, there's no one here. The meeting room was deserted. What now? It was a bit of a letdown. Haruka-san, are you here? Poopy! Heard a snore. Huh? Looking closely, I saw the form of a human draped over the teacher's desk. Hadn't noticed her at first, because her head was slumped under what looked like a book fur of minutes, sleeping in a place like this. What? A book of minutes. What do you mean? Half full of amazement, I approached the teacher's desk. I looked at the backboard. The unintelligible, it's all messed up, the meeting of the maintenance committee, or so the hastily scribbled letters said. The title of the meeting was written most artistically, stretching far to the left and right. Other than that, nothing else was written on the blackboard. What is up with that? Perplexed, I tried to wake Haruka-san up. Hey, it's dangerous to sleep in here. What exactly was dangerous about it? Well, it's just not good to sleep like this, period. I brushed off my own question.
Well, yeah.
The snoring sounded rather silly. Hey, wake up already. I raised my voice. No, Foopy. This isn't working. I raised both my hands. I knew it was incredibly rude to touch a sleeping girl, but she left me no choice. Lightly shook her shoulders. Nah. With a thump, the record book she had been sleeping under fell away. I picked it up and placed it back on her head.
Booga!
Are you awake now? I think so. You think so? Smiling wryly, I took up the minutes book and looked at it. Pure white. Nothing had been written in it. It should have been a record of the meeting, but it was blank.
Morning!
It isn't morning. It's already evening. Haruka-san rubbed her eyes. As she did that, her ponytails unintentionally swung back and forth. The yawning girl appeared to still be more asleep than awake. Alright, let's get the meeting started then. Started? Over there, sit. Haruka-san pointed at the chair nearest the front. Sit. Went and sat down in the seat she had assigned to me. Rattle, rattle, rattle. This chair doesn't sit straight. The chair wobbled back and forth. Its balance was pretty bad. Need the teacher's permission if you want to exchange seats. Ah, right. Now that you mention it, looked up at the listless Haruka-san. In an attempt to pump herself up, she slapped her own cheeks. That appeared to wake her up a bit. Alright, so I can switch seats? To get new seats, we'll need approval from the Student Council's Executive Committee. So then, what does the Maintenance Committee even do? We fix broken chairs and things like that. Really? I guess. You guess? Could be. Possibility exists. Maybe. Give me a break. I just wanted to try saying that. Okay, get the picture already. On top of the teacher's desk, Haruka-san tossed the record book my way. Wow! I caught it with a thump. For now, just record the minutes, Riki-kun. Alright, I got it. She tossed me a pen as well. Shouldn't throw things. Didn't anyone tell you how to treat things properly? Sorry, but you needed it, right? Be that as it may, open the book to the first page. I scrawled Maintenance Committee meeting at the top. Which number will this meeting be? Doesn't really matter. There's been so many meetings I've lost track. Are you for real? Well, whatever. I'll just write today's date. After writing that, I glanced up at Haruka-san. Hey, Haruka-san. What? Riki-kun? Aren't there other members? Well then, first we should decide on the committee president. Just the two of us here. Are there really no others? Wanna be the president, Riki-kun? I'll pass. Alright then, it'll be me. Hurry up and write that, she urged me. President Haruka Saigusa. Well then, next we should decide on a vice president. Like I said, there's only the two of us. Wanna be the vice president, Riki-kun? I'll pass. Alright then, Riki-kun it'll be. Hurry up and write that, she urged me. Come on and write it. Won't get this finished otherwise. But I cast a furtive look over my shoulder. There wasn't anyone there. Is there the one behind you you're talking to? There's no one there. Let out a sigh. I knew I should have gone back to the dorm. Don't say that. You're really helping out here. It really seemed that way to you, Haruka-san. I sulkily put my hands behind my head and leaned back in my chair. Creak, creak. The chair squeaked as it rocked. So what exactly am I helping out with? We'll start right now. One of the teachers asked us to fix up the flower beds in front of the school gate. Eh? That said, give me a hand, Vice President-san. Seeing Haruka-san's smiling face weakened my desire to resist. What about the flower beds do we need to fix? First we need to fix the perimeter. We got a late start, so we'll need to continue early tomorrow to finish. Haruka-san tossed her bag over by the curb and squatted down by a flower bed. What, in the morning? Lunch break works too. She handed me a bundle of wire, then pulled some cutters out of her skirt pocket. Clip, clip. She started clipping the wires down to a uniform size. She was cutting them to about the length of her forearm. And then she planted the one end of the wire into the soil of the flower bed, and then bent it into an arch. You do that! What do we do with the old ones that have fallen over? Pick them up. They can be used to patch up the fence later. She kept putting down one arch after another with experienced motions. She also picked up the old fallen and rusty ones, twisting them a few times to make them straight before handing them over to me. Haruka-san, do you like gardening? Not in particular. The wire cutters made a louder than usual snip as she clipped a larger one. While picking up the wire scraps, Haruka-san answered, "It's just something I've done enough times to be used to it." Haruka-san struck her hand in her pocket. Heard a rough sound. "What have you got there?" "Some nuts, bolts, and a few nails. Plus some marbles." It was strange to think there was a girl whose skirt pocket contained all those things. For a time after that, Haruka-san worked in silence. It was hard for me to break the silence, so I kept quiet as well. Haruka-san worked so efficiently that after a while, I just stood and watched. At a reasonable time, we had a nice perimeter set up along one side of the flower bed. Something like that. It turned out pretty well. Yep. This is enough for the day. Thanks for the help, Riki-kun. Is it alright to stop here? For today, we can take our time with it anyway. Haruka-san rotated her left arm to stretch it while reaching down to pick her bag up off the ground. Rustle. She opened the bag and took out a paper bag. Thanks for your help. Hard work, Riki-kun. Here's a little token of my appreciation. Yeah, thanks. What could it be? Muffins! There's a chocolate chips in them, and muffins are really small, though. I wonder if they'll be able to fill a boy's stomach. We can eat them as a night snack. I'll report our work to the teacher, so... With that, meeting adjourned. After having raised her left hand up high with the declaration, she thrust the paper bag into my hands and then headed off for the day. Watched her until she vanished into the school building. Peeked into the paper bag. Sure enough, there were lots of little muffins inside. Wonder if she made them for home economics class or something. I'll share them with Masato when I get back, as though I had headed back to, as I had headed back to the dorms. Our second period is an elective. Rin-chan, our next elective class is self-study. You really? Self-study's annoying. It'll be okay. If we study together, I'm sure it'll be fun. Yeah. Alright, let's go. The two of them left. Does that mean we have to do self-study too? With directions from the teacher, we headed for one of the special classrooms. It's self-study. Why wouldn't it be easier to stay in the classroom? It'll be troublesome to the next class door if our class is noisy. Sad but true. We're treated like this. We got to take the opportunity to enjoy ourselves to our heart's content. No, we probably shouldn't. Oh, what have we here? Huh? Yeah, I wasn't expecting to meet you guys here. Hello. Upon hearing that flippant greeting, we turned to see Haruka-san. It's Sayusa. What's with that reaction, Masato-kun? How rude. Just paying you the amount of respect you deserve. So what's that thing on your back? They're blackout curtains. You could tell that just by looking, but why are you carrying them? Because I needed a bunch of them. That's not an explanation. The bundle she had on her back was made up of several curtains haphazardly tied together. Where did you get that many of them? Let's see. The AV room, and the music room, and the physics lab. Haruka-san tickled them off her fingers. Computer club, the occult club, and maybe the piano club. I think I'm still forgetting one other place. You actually have permission for this? Of course not. Yeah, haha! Sorry that I even asked. Plundering blackout curtains is a tradition. It's traditiona. Never heard of a tradition like that. Well, I got some preparation to do, so see ya! Haruka-san threw the left-handed salute and then ducked off around the corridor with a grin on her face. She's always looking to cause problems, isn't she? You should get bored of playing all these pranks. Isn't it the opposite? What do you mean by that, Ricky? I think it's precisely so that she doesn't get bored, that she just randomly jumps from one mess to another. Ah, I see. Now that you mention it, it does look that way. Each and every time she just has to pull off some ridiculous stunt that's Saikusa. Just like you and your muscle training. What'd you say? Look, you can say whatever you want about me, but don't you dare talk smack about my muscles. The very fact that you think of yourself and your muscles as separate entities is amazing. Yep, there'll always be my one true friend. So, you won't be lonely even if we leave you alone? Wait, you don't mean to take away Ricky as my roommate? Shit, but I'm not that weak. I'll be fine. Even if I'm alone, I can't give up. I've still got my muscles. I'm not really planning on leaving. After class, as I was headed toward the southern school building, I heard some noise from an unused classroom. That classroom is supposed to be empty.
Yeah, there's a mewing thing in here, Leah.
Something fell over with a loud noise. I could also hear the sound of something shattering. Lights, hit the switch. It's Clammy. Yeah, don't lick me. The owners of the voices, who sounded vaguely familiar, were veritably screaming inside. The ruckus sounded like people going into a haunted house, but then it suddenly stopped. All the students standing around nearby looked at each other. Oh? Rustle. The door opened and a familiar face peeked out. So it was you after all, Haruka-san. What do you mean after all? Haruka-san was making a mystified face. Oh, I didn't mean anything by it. Moo? What's this all about, Haruka-san? Oh, I was just doing an experiment inspired by Guinea Pig Sensei's lecture. How about it simply? I'm trying to make a really big pinhole camera. Peeked into the empty classroom and found it pitch black. On the walls, windows, and ceilings there were black cloth, in other words, the blackout curtains. By the faint light let in by the door, I could see people crumpled up on the floor in the middle of the room. It was those first-year prefects who were always chasing Haruka-san. With pity, I realized they had all fainted. Even though I had managed to obtain such a big curtain collection, looks like they had come to investigate, but apparently the tables have turned on them. They're such a nuisance. Jeez, this is getting boring. Guess I'll quit. What are we going to do, Riki-kun? Are you asking me? I mean, Haruka-san, you should return those curtains. These curtains. What a bother. I'll help you. Just do it. Okay, can't be helped. I don't want Riki-kun to be mad at me. Haruka-san reluctantly started taking down the curtains. I have a little bit of water left. There we go. Hopefully that'll do. Wait, so what was that freaked out the prefect so much?
Yeah.
I looked down and saw a bunch of cats weaving figures around my feet. Is it morning already? A drowsy Rin sat up, looking bleary. Lyndon, come here.
Meow.
Yeah, good morning. Here, good morning. Why is Riki here? Except through the whole mess? She must have been really tired after studying so hard with Kamari-san. Children who sleep well, grow well. Yep. I silently bonked Haruka-san on the head. Ow, hey, it's not nice to pick on girls. With teary eyes, Haruka-san got back to work, finishing with the curtains just as the afternoon break was ending. There, done! While the chime was still ringing, Masato leaped up. That is to say, he rushed over to my desk. Let's hurry up and eat. They're putting some limited edition udon on the menu starting today. Wonder if it'll have crunchy noodles. Last year when they did that thing with the crunchy noodles, it was popular. Enough to almost cause a revolution. Yahoo! But Masato, I get it. There's new udon. You don't have to jump around in excitement. Here we go. Kyosuke emerged from the window. If you want to eat that special crunchy udon, you'll have to wait for a while. Really? To reduce congestion, they offer the food only after the peak time. Might as well kill some time here. That said, after killing time in the classroom for a while, we headed to the cafeteria. Since we missed the peak time, there weren't really too many people around. Well, there were only 20 minutes left in the lunch break, so that much was understandable. Crunchy udon, it's waiting for me! Welcome! Whoa, that surprised me. What is it? Somewhere in the cafeteria, a voice called out a cheery greeting to us. To be more accurate, from somewhere on the floor of the cafeteria. Oh, it's Saigusa. What the heck are you doing? And why the heck are you on the floor? Can't you tell? Haruka-san tilted her head to the side. Here we go! Haruka-san pushed herself up onto her knees. She then began to wring out the mopping cloth she had in her hands. Oh, so she was cleaning the floor? Oh, that was certainly something we could figure out just by looking. I don't get it. What Masato probably meant to say was, why the heck are you doing that? After Haruka-san pondered on it for a few moments. Thank you for your business. Have a nice trip. Her reply was about as incohesive as usual. Why are you trying to get us out of here? If you got nothing to do, just leave already. Ricky, what should I do to shut up this random girl? Come on, Masato, just hold on for a second. Oh, Masato-kun, are you lacking calcium? That's no good. Leaving your milk? At this rate, you'll never get any bigger. He's already huge. Right, I'd be scared if he somehow managed to get any bigger. What? Are you saying, as my roommate, that I'm just barely within the size limit? Ergo, that it'd be better if I leave the room before I get any bigger and hog up all the space? No, calm down. Feel free to grow as huge as you want. Phew, I was worried there for a second. As I was somehow managing to calm Masato down, I questioned Haruka-san. So how did you end up cleaning floors? Right, well the truth is, to put it plainly, I broke a few plates, so they put me to cleaning dishes. But while I was staring at that huge mountain of ceramics to wash, I started wondering if I can make myself a Baghdad battery. It didn't quite work. So in other words, you did yet another experiment with electricity. We had seen the shocking results of some of our electrical experiments on earlier occasions. Yahaha! Your laugh isn't deceiving anyone. This isn't something to laugh about, so I guess you're getting your just desserts, Haruka-san. Saikusa, what I don't get is why you're talking like you don't even care. Well, it's not like it's my fault. Salt? Too much salt is unhealthy for you, Masato-kun. Your saline intake is too high. It'll come to the attention of the motherland. This conversation isn't making sense. Anyway, with that, my dishwashing days were over. Now I'm scrubbing the floors. This is taking so long. You have to wipe all the floors in the cafeteria. I'm such a tough nut. Am I the only one who thinks of something totally different when she calls herself a nut? Scrubby-dubby, scrubby-dubby. Cleaning the floors, cleaning the floors. Cleaning, lots of cleaning. While humming an out-of-whack tune to herself, Haruka-san mopped her way off across the cafeteria. I don't get it. But somehow, Saikusa looked like she's having such a good time. Now that he mentioned it, even though she's complained, Haruka-san was already willing to get the job done. A tough nut indeed. Well, that was probably expected of a maintenance committee member. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch. Crunch, munch, munch. Crunch, munch. No one said anything as we concentrated on eating the crispy udon. I'm totally stuffed. Thank you for your patronage. Get Sayusa. Yahaha. You really attached to that reaction, aren't you, Masato-kun? Aren't you? Pretty much. So doesn't it make me sound intellectual? That's so intellectual. You went along with it. Yahaha. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna do this. We gotta do this one right, actually. Give me a second, guys. Here we go. There we go. I have no idea if you heard that or not. Okay, cool. Haruka-san claps her hands behind her back and laughed. Have you finished work already? Pretty much. Now I just need to wipe the tables and I'm done. Anyway, bye-bye, Gaizu. Waving her small hand, Haruka-san vanished into the kitchen. Let's go, Ricky. Yeah, wait up, Masato. Had to leave in a flurry to catch up to the others leaving the cafeteria. Class had ended earlier, so I rushed to buy some bread. You know, bread. Huh? In the corridor, I saw Haruka-san crouching down in a hunch. Oh man, what should I do? Huh? Haruka-san, what's up? Ah, Ricky-kun! Yaha! In front of the kneeling Haruka-san, there was a little girl. Probably kindergarten-aged, possibly an early grade schooler. The girl was wearing a white one-piece dress and a straw hat with a violet ribbon on her head. Judging by a little girl's age, by her appearance is hard. What's with the kid? I don't really know. She was just walking around in the school. I wondered if she had gotten separated from her family. Is that right? Are you looking for someone? The little girl stared up at me with a guarded look. What? She's probably feeling shy. The girl then looked at Haruka-san with a troubled face. At that moment, Ah, target discovered. I have visual. Looked like trouble was on the way. Wait, look, Haruka Saikusa is being accompanied by a child. You can't mean she's openly flaunting her sacred grade school grounds. What are you doing? Making a mockery of public morals? It was a sharp whistling sound. Secure her. Well, looks like things are going to get complicated, doesn't it? Ah! They're not going to. They already are. There's no time for laughing, Haruka-san. And this kid, what are you doing with her? First of all, run for it. Again? Haruka-san sees my hand as well as the girls and took off running. Why do we end up running away every single time? Because if we get caught, it'll be terrible. Riki-kun, this time it'll be 5 hours of kneeling down and being lectured. Why 5 hours? For unveiling this fruit of our love to the world. The prefects are all pissed off and are all over a misunderstanding too. Wait, you stop. I can hear the yells ringing from behind us. Oh man, Haruka-san and I, plus the girl, ran through the school. It's not like I don't understand, but why do I always get caught up in these things? Fespi are the key to a long relationship overflowing with honey and milk. What the heck does that even mean? Just you wait, Haruka Saikusa! What? There's more of them coming. I looked over my shoulders and saw that the pursuing party had grown in numbers. It can't be helped. I couldn't bring myself to do this, but... Wait, don't tell me. Secret technique, thumbtack. Stop! You definitely can't do that. How can you make such a depressed face while running at full speed? Aw, man, we're so gonna be caught now. If they catch us, it's gonna be terrible beyond imagination. They'll make us kneel in a cold place, not letting us leave even when our stomachs growl. Probably frighten even Richard. Oni-chan, are you a fugitive? I've already been running for 1,000,000 years. Is it really the right time for jokes like that? Hold it right there, Haruka Saikusa. But damn. From behind the corner, the prefects poured in to form a solid wall to block our flight. Immediately retraced their steps and the prefects gave chase. They're catching up because I didn't throw out the thumbtacks. Aw, man. You can find that she's kidnapped a minor. The charges seem to be getting heavier. I hear your excuses in the committee meeting room. Oh, come on. Oni-chan? Yes, my dear?
Can I borrow your cell phone? My batteries ran out.
No problem. Here. Haruka-san fished her cell phone out of the uniform pocket and handed it to the girl.
Thank you. Hello? Yes, okay. Tell Mom and Dad, right? I'll come right home.
Saikusa-san, what's going on? Like I said, I was just helping out this lost girl. And why did you run away? Because if you started chasing me, I feel like I have to run away. That's a nonchalant answer? Whoa, what? Honestly, a person like you... Well, anyway, now that it was just a big misunderstanding, we can't just go running helter-skelter through the school. Alright, sorry. Haruka-san stuck her index finger in her ear and looked at the other way. Pay attention! The prefect's yell echoed off the walls of the corridor. That was the pits. Where's the girl? She said she just wanted to use the phone in the faculty office. Looks like she's all good now. She bid us goodbye while we were getting lectured. Oh, so that's what happened. Riki-kun, you got it bad too, didn't you? I knew I should have thrown down some marbles or pins. This girl really doesn't reflect on her actions. Well then, adieu, Riki-kun. Haruka-san walked off while waving her left hand behind her. So tired. Somehow I was completely worn out. Letting my shoulders slump, I returned to the classroom. When morning homeroom ended, the teacher called me over. Noi. Yes? Went to the exit of the classroom. What is it? Sorry, it's out of the blue, but are you free after school? The dorm committee is short on people. Why is he asking me? Seeing the doubt in my expression, the teacher became apologetic. Just that you're conscientious and methodical, so I thought you'd be a good fit. Thank you. Felt like I was being praised, so I said that. If you feel up to it, please help sometimes. Okay, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to or not. That's fine, just do what you can. I watched him leave. Helping the dorm committee, huh? I don't really think I'm good at that kind of thing. Would I be a good fit? Well, it was only a casual request, so it's fine even if I don't do it. After coming to that conclusion, I decided to forget about it. During the break, the girls in the class were raising a ruckus over something. Hey, Ricky, what are they up to over there? Looks like fortune-telling. You could hear the voice of a girl with an open book. Well, based on the combination of your father's name and your birthday... Hey, what's up? It's a new My Selection fortune telling. Kagusa-san, would you like to try it?
Yep, count me in.
Haruka-san mingled with the other girls in our class as unhesitantly as though she was one of them. Kagusa-san, when's your birthday? October 13th? Well then, let's see. Please tell me your father's name and birth date. Eh? Like I said, need your father's name and birth date. With that I can tell you. Kagusa-san, are you listening? Huh? My attention focused. Haruka-san's ordinary cheery smile faded, replaced by a sullen no. The emotion on her face was even deeper than that. Well, didn't it look like she was angry? Sorry, I think I'll pass after all. Okay. As expected, the other girls found Haruka-san's actions odd. Ignoring the strange atmosphere, Haruka-san turned her back on it all and left the classroom. Ah! Without thinking, I stood for my seat. What's the matter, Ricky? Oh, it's nothing. Caught half out of my seat by Kengo's voice, I stopped and then slumped back into my seat. What was that? Hagusa-san was acting so weird. When I heard the girls talking like that, I got a vexing feeling in my heart. The chime finally rang out, marking the end of a classic literature class. Fwa! How unsightly, Ricky. If you want to talk about unsightly, look in the mirror. Go wash your face. Yeah, I'll do that. Stood up a little unsteadily. The classic literature class had gone completely in one ear and out the other. Went to the drinking fountain, letting the water run over my hand. The water in the tap, first warmed by the sun, soon ran cold. What was it? I was thinking about something important, I think. The unending thoughts I had been having during class were in fragments. Among those, I couldn't pick out what I had been so anxious about at the time. Fwa! I yawned again. Eh? Negu? Out of nowhere, something was thrust into my mouth. Cough, cough. Whoa, what? Sorry. Haruka-san? That was such a big yawn. You look like a baby bird asking for food. Haruka-san giggled. I couldn't help but stick my finger in. Please don't go do insane things. What if I had bitten you? That's okay. I like to be nibbled on by Riki-kun. What? Or not? Just kidding. It's a joke. Please don't tease me like that. Sheesh. Sorry. No need to get upset. While saying that, Haruka-san lifted a bucket up off the floor. Up you come! Water sloshed around within the bucket. She then reached down for another bucket. Ah, so heavy. After emptying the two buckets, Haruka-san let out a heavy breath. What's with the buckets? The dorm head and prefix caught me sneaking into the classroom. So they had me stand in the hall with buckets in my hands. I mean, honestly, what time period is that punishment from? My fingers hurt. Haruka-san shook both her hands back and forth. The tips of her fingers really were all red. So you were late again? You don't need to say again. This month I haven't even been late for 10 times yet. I feel like I'm always stuck in that dorm. So, can you really blame me? They could have gone a little easier. Wait, what? I felt like I'm always stuck in that dorm? If she feels like it, doesn't that mean that there are times she's not stuck in that dorm? So you've been fooling around at night? What? No! I haven't done anything like that. In a confused state, Haruka-san shook her head furiously. Absolutely haven't done anything like that. Absolutely not. Oh. Haruka-san met my gaze for a moment, then averted her eyes. I haven't, she sounded pouty. I'm not doubting you. Haruka-san's hand perked up a little at that, but she still didn't meet my eyes and kept murmuring to herself. I'm not that kind of girl. I know. I'm not. Her words dipped suddenly into silence. Home. Huh? Home. I went home. Home? You mean as in home? Your house? Yeah, home or something like that. Sometimes I go home on the days when I need to. I go. But it's not like I'm fooling around at night or anything like that. Opened my mouth but couldn't say anything. Why? I had no idea. Maybe it was because of my own past, or maybe it was because Haruka-san's voice had been so downcast. Just kidding. Haruka-san raised her head. It was her normal smiling face. You should know already not to trust everything I say. Always pulling your leg. It was a joke. Tell you the truth, I've been slipping off school grounds to play around a little. Because, it's so boring here. Plus the disciplinary committee's always snooping around. Even the teachers are always scowling and growling at me. It's no fun at all. That's why Haruka-san started chattering rapidly. She went on spewing words like a machine gun with a cheesy smile on her face. Hang on a minute. ask for the truth. As for the truth, as for the truth. Okay. The truth! Really? So interrupted Haruka-san's prattling. Is that really how it is? Haruka-san fell silent, so her hand clenched tightly into a fist. Relaxed and clenched it a few times repeatedly. If it was a lie, what would you do? And which part was a lie? Haruka-san tried to laugh, but it fell flat and she instead pressed her lips together. Yes, there are quite a few lies you have to do something about. Haruka-san continued slowly, choosing her words carefully and pausing often. The part about me not fooling around, the part about me going home, those are true. I see. I believe you. Why? Well, it's not a lie, right? Haruka-san nodded her head, looking like a small child somehow. That's why then. That's all. Huh? You already know why you keep coming late to school. Would it be better for you to get another alarm clock for when you're home? I think I'm gonna save it right here, guys. Again, gotta go a little bit early today, but we're getting farther. We're getting good. I haven't seen the gallery in a while. This is the new picture that we saw. Very awesome. Look, all the pictures are getting filled in. All of them are getting filled in somehow. Wow. And the music as well. There's still some missing, but we'll get there. Alright, I'll see you all later. Have a good one. See you soon.